Hey, Karl, how's Florida?
It's fantastic, buddy. I just got out of the pool.
What? It's 9,000 degrees here.
Oh my gosh, it's pretty warm down here too. But when you have a pool, it makes it kind of nice.
All I have is a pool of sweat.
I believe that.
You're listening to the Karl Network.
What you're about to see is not suitable for kids. Dude, it's not even suitable for some grown-ups. I want to walk away now if you ain't into these type of things.
If you're a kid, don't get on here, okay? See, that's how you do a disclaimer, okay? You tell the kids to get out the fuck off the damn page.
I'm going to give the people what they want. Sensation, horror, shock.
I'm going to deliver the goods because I'm alive and I'm not backing down.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
This is very disrespectful.
Vomit-inducing thing.
Hola, creepos. Welcome to another episode of your favorite true crime podcast, the show about creeps by creeps for you creeps at home. I'm your host. My name is Vinnie, and joining me in studio, as always, I lie. He's not in studio. He's in Florida. It's hot Karl.
What is happening, Vinny? I like that you just say that automatically.
I did.
Yeah, it's just what
I
comes
tried to
out.
cover it with a lie. That was wrong. I'm ashamed.
It's all good, buddy. I'm happy to be on the show today, coming from WTP South.
You just got out of the pool, you told me a minute ago?
I did, yeah.
Did you get like a new style of haircut, Karl?
No.
Turn your head to the side. Doing a fade?
I've always had a fade.
Since when?
As long as you've known me. What are you talking about?
I don't think so. All right.
What is going? Is it my light? Maybe it's my lighting or something. Because everything's a little bit out of whack. It looks a little uncanny valley because I try to recreate, obviously, what's going on at the northern studio.
You dyed your goatee?
No, I should though.
You're not dyeing that?
No, I should.
It's real darker, a lot darker today.
What's going on with this over here?
Oh
shit!
Hide the bodies, Karl. Hide the bodies, Karl. Podcast it, man.
All buttered out.
Listen, it's a creep off. Karl's out of town. I've had the roughest weekend in the world.
Oh no! What's going on, buddy?
Oh, just family stuff, bro.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Everything is great. I got a new dog at home who's a maniac. She's great.
Nice.
So, I just got a ton of stuff going on.
And what's her name again?
Olive. Jessica named her.
Is Olive in the studio with you today?
She is not yet. I actually have to build the crate. She's going to be starting to come to work with me by next week. So nice. You'll meet her.
Great.
I can't wait for her just to be showing you dominance and humping you, pulling you down to the floor.
So I've gone over to Drew's house a few times and done shows in his studios. And his dog, Lila, has to be in my lap. Or else she freaks out. She just starts barking and screaming if she's not in my lap the entire time.
Do you enjoy that?
It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Do you enjoy that?
Cute. She's not a big dog. It's fine.
You're telling me?
No, I'm not Rob Stalling this. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm just asking.
That's a horrible question, sir. Horrible question.
Well,
I denounce it.
I certainly don't enjoy that type of thing. Christ, what is going on with the show today?
I denounce it.
Last week, we had an episode where we did the Creepiest Plus. We closed out Pride Month. Creep Off Pride Month is over.
Yes.
There's no more pride here. You understand, Karl? You settle down the rest of them.
This show is all about shame from here on out. No more pride.
Right. 11 months of shame,
That's
1 month of pride. That's how we do it on the Creep Off.
I feel so much more comfortable in shame month. It's so much easier for me.
You know, I just realized we named the episode out of the gate 11 months of shame.
Perfect.
Cut. We should stop now. We should end the show. But
nope, we have so much to get to, Vinny. We have a great show ready for us. And before we get into the show proper, we have to bring on our results girl, because what this show is it's a contest. And each week, Vinnie and I bring in who we think is the biggest creep in a certain category. As you mentioned, last week was the plus in the LGBTQIA plus alphabet soup. And so people go to thecreepoff.com. They vote for who brought the bigger creep. And then our results girl, sometimes Danny, sometimes Mahalia, it's been others as well, will come on and tell us who won the last week. We keep score. The first person to get to 5 wins the round. The other person has to spin the dreaded wheel of consequences that was made by Lockie and sitting there right behind you. Yep. Oh, by the way, I got to send Lockie a note. I've been meaning to. He made the most amazing art for me and Jenny Jingles that he gave us in Boston.
He really is
fantastic.
He showed me pictures of it. He and I went out for a drink, like friends do, in Boston, hung out. Mm-hmm. And he showed me the stuff that he worked on and made for everyone else.
It's fantastic. He's amazing.
He's one of the best I've ever seen.
I know.
The thing he made for Kaylee was great. Mm-hmm. What I love about it is he's a concept guy. He could come up with like a whole idea of what it's going to be. Yep. And then he'll sit there and draw every single detail the way it is in his mind. And his brain is just so detail oriented that when you sit down and you look at what he does, you would never think that a person could just draw it.
There's no limit to what he does. So he built the Wheel of Consequences that's modeled after, obviously, what do you call it?
The wheel from Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty, yes, thank you. Yeah. And then he also built the Stuttering John puppet that's on the Shuley Network. That's absolutely incredible. We got to see it live when we were down in Florida for Dabble House.
He built the Cardiff mask.
Oh, Kaylee is here with us and also singing his praises. All right, that's enough about Lockie. We're not doing a whole segment on Lockie. That's enough. We got to move on. I introduced Danny, and then we got off on a whole side thing.
All right.
I talked about the dreaded Wheel of Consequences.
Speaking of tight boxes, it's Danny. Hi, Danny.
Hi.
Welcome back to the show. Today, we had a contest last week. Here to tell
Hold
us
on.
who won.
We'll get to all of that. I know we have things that we need. I know we have things we have to get to, but Danny's looking stunning today. And I have to say, the camera angle is on point. You're doing everything right. I just want to give you a little bit of a review, an employee review here live, and just tell you that you're killing it today.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm sorry for rushing you, Danny.
No, you're okay. So we had Creepiest Plus last week, and with 71% of the vote, Karl and Kevin Patterson.
I want to thank, let me just give a quick speech here. This is so unexpected. I'm really excited to have won the round. I want to thank all those fine cuzzaroos out there who went to thecreepoff.com and voted for me because they knew that I brought the bigger creep and I really brought it, and you guys recognize that. And I want to thank my agent. I want to thank my manager who got me through some tough times. I want to thank.
You don't have either of those things.
I don't have either of those things. That would suck if I did. It'd be a lot of costs involved in that sort of thing.
Drew Lane's dog. Supposed to thank Karl. Congratulations, you got a win. The score is now 4-3 in this round, if I recall.
I'm the comeback kid. Here we go, baby.
All right, Danny.
He's the creep off comeback king. Clubbest foot I've ever seen. Watch him rock a cow G-string. Makes my eyes sting. Karl's the comeback king.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Fucking hate that song.
It's great.
I love Mr. Magenta, but I hate that song. I was told that our banter was unbearable on our last episode.
Is that true?
Yeah, somebody sent me an email to tell me that.
What were we talking about? I don't remember.
I think we were talking about the dog, your dad.
Oh, yeah. That's probably true.
Let's fix all this. Let's talk about Danny.
Yeah, we had a little convo with Danny before the show started, and we had to halt that in order to get into it on the show.
Are we allowed to discuss this, Danny? Can we talk just a little bit about this?
Yeah, that's
okay. Let's shame your man.
Mm-hmm.
You've been with your dude for how long now?
On and off since we were 15, so 17 years.
That's incredible.
That is incredible. And you have children together.
Mm-hmm.
You had an oopsie baby recently together.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize you used the word fiance. And I went, oh, I don't know if I've heard that word before. When did you get engaged? And Danny could not answer that question. And I just want to know, for people watching and listening, everyone knows when they got engaged, right? There's like a certain
Every
thing.
woman that's engaged that I have ever met in my fucking life has.
Yeah, because there's like a day when like a question is asked, and then you have to make a decision whether you say yes or no to it, and you know maybe there's a ring exchanged in that. It's like a thing.
Yeah. So when did you get engaged? You've had time to think about this.
He's in here.
Oh, okay. So now she's not comfortable.
Danny want to come on the show?
Does he want to come on and talk to us?
Oh no, he's at work right now. But
I thought you said he was in the room. Oh, he's working.
He's in the chat listening.
Oh, even better. That's awesome.
Mr. Danny in the chat, identify yourself.
You don't have to, sir.
We need to know. So, did he get down on one knee?
No.
Yeah. So this is what we learned before the show. I said, well, he must have asked you to marry him if you guys are engaged. When did he do that? And she goes, well, when we were teenagers, he used to joke about it. What?
He asked me, seriously in the last couple years. It's just no, like official. I don't know.
He's not a romantic guy at all.
That's mean.
Has he ever bought you flowers?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's a good start.
I don't think we should just paint with such broad brushes.
That's why I'm asking here. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Danny's pushing back, which is good. Stick up for your man.
Yeah.
This is just a bizarre thing because I said, you're engaged when you're getting married. And she goes, I got to go to the DMV and get my license and then we'll probably make it happen.
Are you guys like common law married?
I don't think that's a thing here in Kentucky.
Why? Because you're not cousins?
Are you cousins?
No.
Danny?
Not at all.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
See, we've never really asked you these questions, and I'm sorry we're embarrassing you. You're turning red.
I am.
Do you not like talking about your personal life, Danny?
No, I'm usually pretty cool with it. It's just you caught me on the spot there because there really hasn't been an official anything, and it's
so how do you know you're engaged if there was never a question and an answer?
That's what I want.
That's what I want to know.
Because we decided we're getting married.
That's awesome. I'm excited for you. I'm very happy for you.
Thank you.
It's just odd that you would know that you're engaged and that you're getting married without there ever being a question. Like I wonder if you're like watching a movie or something, and there's a wedding in it. And you're like, should we do that? Or I don't know. We don't have to do that, but should we do something like that? How do you know that this happened?
Yeah, I mean, we usually just say, kind of just say fiance mostly because it's easier to say when we have 3 kids together than this is my girlfriend or boyfriend. But like, we're just kind of unofficially.
What about baby daddy?
I don't want to call him.
You don't want to do that?
Isn't that a formal term? Baby daddy.
Oh, baby daddy? No. I don't like it.
All right. I guess we should probably move on.
Hey, can we somehow sneak you onto Maury with this?
Ooh.
Oh my
God. Is
God.
Maury still a thing?
TV?
I don't think that's a thing
get
anymore.
her on TV, get her married on TV, like a national television show. Like pretend you don't know the paternity of the third baby.
Oh my God.
Maybe she doesn't, Vinnie. Careful.
I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm just trying to come up with a scheme here. I'm just plotting is all. All right, Danny. We love you. You're great. We are hoping that we just pushed Mr. Danny into going to the jewelry store later. I hope that we just did that for you. And we
just had a kid. He can't afford that. I don't want to. Yeah, I mean, come on. Danny doesn't need that shit. She's in love. She's good.
I don't. I really don't. I'm pretty happy,
Good.
All right. Please call Karl.
Are you buying this, Vinnie?
I don't know what I'm buying here. I can see that Danny might be the greatest girlfriend in the world.
Yeah.
She might very well be because she's just like, yeah, I love him. He joked about us getting married at one point, so I'm going to stay with him.
Yep.
That's pretty great. That should be cool. It makes you pretty cool. Makes you a pretty cool chick. All right. We'll catch you later, Dan. Be good.
Bye, Danny.
That was the last we ever saw of Danny.
Dude, I didn't know that her fiance watches the show. I had no idea. Now we know.
I love Danny.
Get back to work, Mr. Danny. You shouldn't be watching this on company time. Everyone else, by the way, you can watch this on company time. I'm fine with it.
And super chat. Hey, Joseph Collins. Thanks for the $1.99. He says, happy Super Chat Monday, Creepos. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
King Caprese, thanks for the $2. Can you believe it's Super Chat Monday already?
It seemed like it was Super Chat Monday just a week ago, and it's already back again.
Time flies, baby. Matthew Raleigh, thanks for the $5. What the fuck are we doing, people? There are almost no rules in the Creep Off. The number one rule is never vote Karl. Let's try and remember that next time.
Fuck you! Fuck you, Matthew. How dare you, sir?
Hey, Karl.
There's lots of rules in the Creep Off. We talk about it all the time. There's too many rules.
Karl tries to make them up as we go. It's incredible.
Oh, stop it.
I like to think that the rules of the Creep Off are fluid.
Much like your gender.
Oh, I'm only a woman on Tuesdays.
Exactly.
Never on Super Chat Monday. Karl, is time for a scum parade?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Let's do it.
Scum parade, take me on a raid of these fuck charades that these creeps have made. Scum parade, Vinnie and Karl gonna tell you about some fuck shit. Scum parade, like stories of a kid fucked by his mom or dad, soaking up the blood of a cat. Scum parade.
Well, like we do every year around the 4th of July, we have the Great American Scum Parade, Karl, where we celebrate the worst of the worst in a full episode form. It's a lot of fun. We're going to do a cop cam in a little bit, but let's start off with a real creep. This guy.
What?
This is Maxwell Hairston. I believe he's the Buffalo Bills' first-round draft pick this year.
Yeah, and by the way, I don't know what you're going to say about this man, but be careful. The GM of the Bills, Brandon Beane, has already looked into his background and said he's an outstanding young gentleman.
Who cares? I don't believe it. The law. He's being sued. You know this, right?
Well, being sued for what did he do? He got into a little accident or something?
Yeah, he accidentally stuck his dick in a woman on purpose, after she said no, supposedly.
All right. Rape schmape. Have you seen how fast this kid runs? He's unbelievable. He is going to be
catch him.
He is going to be a lockdown corner for the Bills.
So the lawsuit was filed Tuesday in federal court in Kentucky by a woman who claims Hairston entered her dorm room without being invited, ignored her when she said she didn't want to have sexual intercourse, forcibly removed her bottoms, and sexually assaulted her. The Associated Press not typically names alleged victims, so we don't know who the person is. The Bills had no comment and referred to the statements made by General Manager Brandon Beane in April during the draft, who said at the same time the team had fully investigated an SA allegation in 2021 involving Hairston, who he called an impeccable kid.
We're good.
See his form.
I trust in Brandon Beane. That guy has built some kind of team over the last decade. I trust him. I think we're good on this. We can move on. Let's focus on the real villains in the NFL, like Tyreek Hill. That's who we should be talking about on this show.
Tyreek is the best. Well, he said that's an unfortunate. This is what Beane said. It's unfortunate when things like this are attached to someone's name, and in this case, doesn't seem to be anything there.
Yeah, pull up Michael P's super chat right here. Michael P's a fellow Buffalo Bills fan.
Yep.
He says, funny that he was sued after he signed his contract. That is kind of interesting. All of a sudden, he's got some money. This happened in 2021, and now there's a lawsuit. Seems convenient. Just saying. I don't know.
Beane knew. Hashtag Beane knew.
I'm just saying. On this show, we like to do a little thing called victim blaming. And I am upholding that tradition.
Good point. I got a victim blame right here. That's right. It might be the victim's fault for waiting too long to actually get money out of it. Who are you going to sue? A broke college kid or an NFL first-round draft pick, Carl?
All right, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
And by the way, if she was essayed, which we don't know she wasn't, right?
Right.
Okay. I'm happy for her waiting.
You know what sucks about this? Do you remember the Bills drafted a punter? And this kid can
punt or something like that.
Yeah, he could punt like 3 football field lengths, which is unnecessary, and you don't need that, but he could do it. And then there was like all these allegations that came out on him, and then the Bills cut him. And then it turned out he was cleared on everything. It was just like, all right, let's stop cutting people just because there's allegations.
What's up with the Bills drafting rapists?
That's what I'm telling you. It's not true.
How do you support it? Was that a Bills t-shirt you're wearing, Karl?
It is. Made by my buddy Doug from Good Times, Great Movies.
Not a good look.
It is a good look.
They should change their name, the Buffalo Rapists.
They're not going to sell a lot of merch with that. It's not going to work real well.
There's probably some trademark issues on account of all the other rapists in Buffalo. Are like, hey, that's all right.
This is outrageous what's happening right now. This is blasphemy. I can't believe you're saying this.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just making good points.
Okay.
Lambert Mystic, thanks for the $2. Maybe it was just a case of wrong hole, not SA. I don't know.
I mean, we can speculate all we want, but I don't know.
Well, here's a fun story, Karl. Let's move on from that. This is a great story that happened in Spain. This gentleman is a 70-year-old beekeeper, and he was pulled over for not wearing a seatbelt.
Okay.
This happened on Friday around 1 o'clock. Police say they pulled over a van for erratic driving and the driver not wearing a seatbelt. They noticed the man behind the wheel wasn't what they expected because he responded to the cops with, "I should have run over you," before refusing a breathalyzer test and threatening to kill them.
Okay, yep. I would say delete laws would not recommend that's how you treat a routine traffic stop.
But here's the thing. The guy's profession, he's a beekeeper, Karl.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a van full of bees.
Mm-hmm.
So what he did was he sicked the bees on the police.
And I say this, Vinnie, what's the point of having bees if you can't sick them on your enemies?
Honey.
Oh, yeah, honey's good. That's true. But also being able to sick them on your enemy, that's pretty fun.
That's a good point. I mean, it'd be cool to have an army of bees. But
so
these days, I've heard.
So did the bees go along with it, or were they just like, nah, man, this is your fight. We don't want any part of this?
Well, the bees kind of flew around, and he tried to run away, too. He tried to buzz off.
Okay.
He didn't get far. The police tracked him down shortly. After they arrested him, they took his statement. He was released on bail within a few hours. Both officers were taken to urgent care and treated with cortisone for their stings.
Okay. So where is the footage of this? I realize this is Spain. Maybe they don't have body cam footage, but somebody must have grabbed their phone. This has got to be the funniest thing, the funniest cop cam video of all time, right? Police getting stung by a swarm of bees as a guy runs away, as a beekeeper runs away.
That's a good point. I like to think of the guy going, where did all my shit go? This is on me. I like to think of the guy sitting in there going, I'll kill all of you. Release the bees.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. This would be hysterical to watch.
It'd be one of the best. You're right. It'd be one of the best cop cams ever. Unfortunately, Spain kind of sucks. You could buy a house there for $30. I read that on the internet.
Well, in this article, it talks about how there's been all of these attacks on police officers in Spain. And I'm like, are they copying us? Like, you guys aren't Americans. You can't just go around attacking the police.
They claim that in just the first month of 2025, there were 223 assaults on police officers.
Cultural appropriation right there. I'm kind of annoyed by that.
I think this is the first guy who used bees for that, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of guys who used goats and other life.
He's an innovator. He's an innovator for sure.
Yeah. Well, Spain. That sucks. Hey, you want to meet this girl?
Oh, okay. Yeah. What's up with her? Is she doing all right?
No, she's all dead.
Oh.
She died.
That's too bad.
You know what she kind of looks like? She looks a little bit like Olive Garden waitress.
Okay. You know what? I don't. Now that you said that, this is going to sound rude, but there's a couple different images of her in this article, and I was trying to figure out if she's cute or not. Because this one, you're like, yeah, okay, and then there's a couple other ones you're like, ooh, there's something doing underneath that maybe isn't all that great.
I'm going to put it to you this way, everybody. There were no full body pictures of this poor woman, Jessica McLaughlin, who
well, there's not enough pixels on your screen, I think, is the problem.
Right. She worked at this 7-Eleven, Karl.
Okay.
And a horrifying scene unfolded on June 24th when a workplace argument turned into a deadly assault that left Jessica McLaughlin brain dead, Karl. She later died from those injuries. According to witnesses and a family statement, McLaughlin and a clerk at the store got into a dispute with her manager, an unidentified woman who reportedly snapped and launched into a violent and unprovoked attack. The manager allegedly pulled McLaughlin to the floor by her hair and then sat on her chest with her full weight, pinning her down and cutting off her ability to breathe.
Now, you got to love the New York Post because the article has this sentence in it. During the attack, the deranged big gulp slinger pulled McLaughlin's hair and sat down on her employee's upper body. The deranged big gulp slinger is phenomenal. That AI can't produce that. That's a real person writing that shit.
And that's what I like, again, about humanity versus AI.
Yep.
As McLaughlin struggled, a coworker attempted to intervene, Karl, but the manager reportedly lashed out at them as well. Then in a grim turn of events, she allegedly fled to the back office to tamper with the security footage while McLaughlin lay there unconscious. So let's not get help for the unconscious person. I need to go erase the security cameras. So I kicked this bitch's ass.
So we were debating how big this girl is. It sounds like the manager was much bigger. If you could sit on someone and kill them, that's an unhealthy weight you're at.
Yeah. And again, we don't know for sure, but we're suspecting that this is not the smallest gal in the world.
How do they not know who the manager was? So what's crazy about this story is that all of the information in it came from a GoFundMe that her brother set up.
Yeah, there is no mugshot of the
manager. They don't know who the manager was. You can't check the schedule to see who was working that day. Like, they have no idea there was a witness there. They don't know what the person's name is. How is that possible? It'd be like, the New York Post just going, yeah, and according to Facebook, this bitch be crazy. Like, they're just looking at Facebook posts and writing articles about it. It's like, that's not a news source.
You can't take a GoFundMe seriously as a source anyway.
No.
You rely on those fucking things all the time.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
None of this makes sense.
I'm trying to look here to see if there's any updates on this anywhere. If we could get a mugshot on her. I looked.
Shane Galvin is the author of this. And I just praised Shane for that funny sentence. But other than that, horrible reporting. Literally didn't get a single source, didn't talk to anyone, saw a GoFundMe page and went, I'm writing an article for the New York Post about this.
This poor girl.
If this podcasting thing doesn't work out for me, maybe I'll just become a journalist. It seems like the easiest job in the world. You don't have to do shit.
Shouldn't. I don't think you'd be very good at it, frankly.
I don't have to be. That's my point. Are you paying attention? No one's good at journalism.
Mm-hmm.
It's like stand-up comedy. You can be really bad at it, pretend that you're a stand-up for years and years and years.
At least 15. Going on 16, baby. All right, let's go to North Dakota. I'm sorry, Karl. I really was trying to see if I could find an update on that story while you were filibustering.
No, I get it, man. I looked around too. It seems like it might be completely made up. We don't even know. This could be a whole scam. This guy just found a photo of some woman and went, hey, this is my sister. She died because of the manager at 7-Eleven.
She was drinking a big gulp and she sat on my sister.
I mean, it's very possible. None of this is even real.
I like to believe it, though.
I know.
All right. A teen in North Dakota is facing several charges, Karl, for crimes against children after attempting to gain babysitter jobs on Facebook. Now, that doesn't seem like a crime, does it?
No, it's fine. He wants to be a babysitter.
Right. Well, the problem is he was reported by Google for basically, sending CP around Gmail.
Oh, boy. Google is
stupid.
Google is the biggest narc in the history of the world. Everyone needs to realize that if you're up to no good, stop using Google products immediately.
Now, the teen was reportedly found to be in possession of hundreds of photos, videos depicting young children across multiple devices. Again, distributing child abuse material via Gmail, including images he created of a 6-year-old girl, along with detailed messages allegedly stating things like, I'm a PDF file. I'm sorry that I like small like really small. And if not her, it's going to end up being a different girl. These are all quotes from things that he sent people. The teen's search history reportedly contained multiple questions about grooming. He was also in possession of a directory labeled Training, containing 15 videos related to how to groom female children performing SA acts and avoid getting caught.
Yeah. Now, the best part is he was Googling how to not get caught or how to get away with this shit. And the first search result is, well, don't Google it. Too late now, idiot. You just fucked up.
You know what happens when you Google that? Just a little thing pops up and says,
"Gotcha, bitch."
Yep. Correct. Hey, how do I get away with sending around CP and taking photos of little kids? Well, you just lost that opportunity. It's over, Johnny.
You get a job working for Shuley. That's how you get away with it.
Yeah, that doesn't work forever either. What's wild about this story is that this 16-year-old kid is in this Facebook group where he's looking to be a babysitter.
Yeah. Now, the name of the Facebook group is Babysitting Jobs for Ages 13 to 18 and Babysitting Group and Babysitter Needed. Now, according to court documents, his profile he posted say things like, "I'm looking for kids between the ages of 4 to 8 to babysit, and quote, I prefer girls, but I also babysit boys."
Yeah, gender preferences with babysitting, I've never heard of that. It seems like a red flag.
Well, he followed that up with a blowjob's a blowjob, you know?
Anyway, death penalty for this kid.
No problem. If I'm the dad, I'd throw him in a wood chipper.
Do you think this kid's popular in high school?
No.
Could you imagine what that's like when this article comes out?
You know, he always used to come over and hang out at my little sister's soccer games. Yeah.
They're like, dude, you don't even have a girlfriend. He's like, actually, I do. Cowboy.
He was reported to law enforcement by his adopted father as well. The law enforcement officer said he was sending child abuse material to his younger brother, who still lived at home.
Oh boy! So the younger brother's a narc as well. It sounds like.
Well, I mean, he's trying to groom his little brother, is what it sounds like. He's charged with 2 counts of promoting or directing an obscene sexual performance by a minor, 5 counts of possession of certain materials prohibited, and SA. His first court appearance was July 1st, where a bond was set, Karl, $50.
What?
His bond was set at $50.
Isn't that what Aaron Imholt claimed he was going to have, and then it turned out to be $50,000?
It wasn't. That was different. That was his slap on the wrist fee because he was just being a scamp, you know.
I got to say that, like, taking photos of children and disseminating them seems like a worse thing than like a photo of Kayla or Kata. But what do I know?
Yeah, Karl. Either way, I'm with you. Wood chipper.
This kid. Yeah. It's not going to work out for him. There's no saving this one.
It's not going to work out for anyone when he's writing things like, if not her, then someone else.
Yeah. Keeping his options open. That's always good for a PDF file.
I know 16. I wrote a lot of stupid things when I was 16.
Yeah.
Never wrote any papers on this topic.
You wrote a lot of dumb stuff when you were 40. I'm just talking about your stand-up act again. I'm sorry.
Why are you being so hurtful today?
Because I'm not in the studio. You can't get to me.
You're just really sore at me pointing out how you dye your beard. And I can't believe that you're just taking it out of me.
I definitely don't.
No one said you do a good job.
The lighting's just different in here. That's all. You thought my hairstyle was different? You think I'm dyeing my beard? It's just, it's a different lighting situation.
Okay. Whatever you say. Grecian formula or like just for men? What are you doing?
Grecian.
Got it. Let's talk about a creep that we have been discussing at least 2 times on the show. Back to a few weeks ago when we did the Scum Parade for Pride Month, Karl.
Okay.
David Yates. Remember David Yates?
I do.
No,
and when I was reading this, I went, did Vinnie forget that we covered this? But there's an update.
Oh, yeah. There's an update. Let's show you a picture of David, or I'm sorry, Sasha Yates.
What percentage of people named Sasha were born female? I bet it's less than 50%. It seems like guys love to turn into Sashas.
There's only one I know of.
Yeah. So 100% were born men, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't remember this story, this is the teacher. Well, I'm sorry, the girls' tennis coach who would go into the female locker room and discuss periods with the girls and ask for advice for them, because she's newly a lady.
Yeah, what kind of panties they like to wear and like get into all that kind of stuff. This is crazy, but I found this, Vinny, because I was doing a lot of research this morning when I wasn't in the pool. I found actual audio of a conversation she had with her doctor. This is pretty wild.
Oh,
you had a sex change, but you don't have ovaries or a womb. You don't produce eggs.
You mean I'll never know what it feels like to have a baby growing inside me and then scramble its brains and vacuum it out?
That's right.
But I paid $5,000 to be a woman. This would mean I'm not really a woman. I'm just a guy with a mutilated penis.
Basically, yes.
Oh boy, do I feel like a jackass.
How did you get that?
I know, isn't that incredible? I don't even know why that was recorded. It seems like a HIPAA law was broken or something.
I feel like you're right. Now, she had her job at the school for quite a while until something really wild happened one day. And one of the members of the school board who wanted her fired got an email. And in the email, there was video. Here's a still image from it. That is Sasha smoking crack.
Meth.
I'm sorry, meth. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody.
I mean, there's a big difference. I'm kind of a connoisseur.
Let's talk about it, yes, sirree. Let's talk about all the bad things and the bad things meth heads see. Let's talk about meth.
Now, in this video, Sasha's getting railed by a dude looking into the camera, hitting the meth pipe, going, "I'm your little meth whore."
Yes.
That was sent to a member of the school board.
Well, she's not on school time. It's a weekend. She can do whatever she wants, right?
So here's the thing. Redux is the website that covered this. REDUXX, in case you aren't familiar with it. They were tipped off to posts that Yates made through another member of a forum who felt disturbed by the things that Yates was posting. On the forum that caters to males who enjoy engaging in degrading sexual activities while pretending to be a woman or a girl, Yates has been discussing the instances leading up to the end of their employment at Gettysburg High School. On May 20th of this year, Yates posted a warning to the forum where the men had been discussing their exposure fetish, more commonly referred to as exhibitionism. Now, I'm going to show you the post, everybody. This is what Sasha has to say. "So I have only ever told part of what happened to me. On October 2024, I met up with a guy from Grindr and went to his motel room, was filmed getting spun and being fucked by raw BBC. The video was sent to a member of the school board at the school I worked at. That was my coming out as a meth whore, and I was fired. I'm going to expose myself by telling the truth about the fateful evening. My whole life changed. What I've never admitted is that, yes, the video was sent from someone else's email address, but I actually wrote the email and hit the send button. I exposed myself to the members of the school board, who is in the chapter leader for the local Moms for Liberty. She had been trying to fire me for the last 2 years, and this gave her everything she needed to legitimately fire me. Doesn't look good having someone coaching tennis at a high school has been seen on video looking at the camera and asking, am I a good meth whore? After she then exposed me by further doing interviews for Redux and Daily Wire. And since this happened, I've not been able to find employment. I apply for jobs but don't even get an interview. Now, this
Vinnie,
is part of...
This is pure mental illness.
Yeah.
When you work against your own self-interests, you're a mental patient. You're crazy when you do that. That's what this is. This person is mentally ill and needs to be locked up. Forget about like trying to find a job. This person needs to have a lobotomy. Take half of her brain out. Maybe it'll work better. I don't know. I don't even care which half.
You know, there's a hammer laying around.
Yeah, flip a coin. Figure it out. Who cares?
This whole thing is wild to me. An exposure fetish. I want to be caught doing this, and I needed to send it to the person who I knew would expose me the hardest and the
person
loudest.
Who's been trying to get him, I don't know why I'm saying her, the person trying to get him fired from the job for years, who's on the member of the school board.
Yeah. They posted a lot of things that Sasha had put on this thing. For example, She said, I'm planning to get implants this summer to take me up to 38 double Ds.
Yeah, it won't help. You're putting lipstick on a pig there, dummy.
Right. So here's a real creepy one, Karl. I am new to BZ, but that's not being barebacked. Now, what that is referring to is bug chasing, Karl. Do you know what bug chasing is?
Oh God, this is again mental illness. If you want to get AIDS, you're a mentally ill person who needs to be set right or put down.
I have recently stopped taking PrEP, and I'm now actively looking for high viral loads to breed me. Ugh.
Jesus Christ.
Oh God, that's fucking.
Yeah, nothing about that is appealing.
Yeah, I don't even want to read this. We'll be having gender reassignment surgery at the end of April. So once I'm recovered from surgery, it means I will have plenty. I will have a P and an A for you to breed.
No, you will not. No, but you are an A. So you got that going for you. Vinny, it is Super Chat Monday, and there were some people commenting on that story specifically. So I want to hit that.
And tonight's ass eating gone wrong. Karl, Michael P gave us $2, says still hotter than Chrissy Mayer. Question? Still hotter than Chrissy Mayer?
No, definitely not. I got called out. I said that Chrissy Mayer is beautiful. I met her in person many times. We've hung out, and I think she's a very good looking gal.
Yeah, Michael P also said, go our words.
Yeah, he did. He's converted. He doesn't care what the Buffalo football team is called. He's rooting for him.
There it is. Labyrinth Mystic, thanks for the $2. She should have used LinkedIn like Stutcho did.
Yes. That is the place to get all your fetishes out. Also, Vinny, Johnny Credits became a new member. Mm-hmm. So I want to thank Johnny Credits for becoming a YouTube member. Appreciate you. I don't know which channel that's on because we simulcast this on Creep Off and WTP, but bonus shows for you under the members tab. And also Labyrinth Mystic from a little while ago kind of got lost there. And he says, who has more rules, Creep Off or Toggle? That's a good question. Aaron makes up new rules all the time. You can't keep up with all the rules for Steel Toe's goal.
One of the positive things about our show is the rules generally stay the same until we really need them to change. His are going all over the place all the time.
The other thing about our show that's superior is that you and I can argue about the rules. Whereas Aaron just makes shit up and there's no one there to push back or say, well, that wasn't what the case was yesterday or anything like that. He just makes up and just goes with it. It's very frustrating for people.
Solid point. You know, buddy, I have a really great story. Do you know how we were giving Danny grief earlier about, her fiance not like making things official and be like fiance wise?
I remember.
Yeah. There's a guy who's a worse partner than him. This guy.
Okay.
Dude with the bow and arrow in the living room. He's not great. This guy, by the way, his name.
Well, hold on a second. I'm guessing like a deer got in the house or something, right?
No, this is 57-year-old Stephen Carr. And he's a self-described very good shot, Karl.
Okay. He's an archer?
Yep. He's a former archery competitor. He decided to turn his Yorkshire bungalow into a horror movie last September after downing a liter of vodka. Carr repeatedly told his wife, "You're going to die tonight," and then stalked her around the house with a loaded bow.
I believe his wife's response was, tonight actually doesn't work for me. What's your next week look like?
It looks like you're not going to be there for it.
Yeah.
My next week is going to be open. Yours is going to be closed, honey. He fired 3 arrows at his wife. One struck a door. One hit the bed. Another one landed near where she was hiding. But this wasn't just some drunken fucking thing. He then calmly walked into the kitchen, grabbed a large knife, and stabbed her 6 times, leaving her with 10 deep wounds. I don't know how that works.
Hold on.
Including in her back.
Hold on a second. You said this wasn't just some drunken thing. He drank a liter of vodka before doing this. I think it has a lot to do with the vodka.
Serious. It's a little more serious than just like a getting drunk and fooling around kind of thing.
I do like, though, that like when he was questioned about saying, hey, you're going to die tonight, he's just like, oh, like you haven't threatened your wife with murdering her before. Like we all do this. It's a normal thing. It's what being married is all about.
You can't tell me, officer, that you don't pull your gun out and chase your wife around the house with it for fun.
Right. We all do this stuff. I mean, I missed on purpose. I'm actually really good. If I wanted to hit her, I would have hit her.
Yeah. She refused to put on those deer antler hat I got her for
Yeah, what a bitch. She wouldn't play along. Now that's some role playing right there.
That's why I got the knife. That's why I got the knife.
That's how you keep the marriage interesting.
So he was arrested shortly after the attack, and he was sentenced to 17 years in prison for attempted murder for this, which is amazing. Now, here's what's even more amazing. This woman still loves him. They'd only been married for 5 months.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, well, he tried to kill me, but just once. It was only that one night that he tried to kill me. The other nights, I think about the great times we had.
Yeah, and she also said, I don't feel like he tried to hurt me again.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine, until it isn't. I'm sure it'll be great until he's not.
Oh, you know what? I forgot an important detail of this article. I totally understand this now. The fight reportedly started over who should care for Karl's mother, who lived with them and had dementia.
That's the person you want to take out. That's the person you want to take out with the bow and arrow.
I bet your mom would wear the hat. So I got one more story for you, Karl.
Okay,
Let's talk about one of the worst places in the world.
Yeah, so obviously we're celebrating America, July 4th weekend and everything like that. And we can't forget one of our greatest accomplishments, Afghanistan. The 19 years that our military was set up there, really accomplished a lot. And country's going really good now that we left.
We put them on a good path.
Yeah. Yeah. If there's one thing we can do, it's nation build. We're really good at it.
Now, they're having a great time over there. Let's meet this guy.
Is he with his daughter, or is that his granddaughter?
No. We'll start off with this. This week's international entry. This is a 45-year-old man who looks 90. He sparked international outrage this week.
You know what he looks like? And I don't know if this doesn't come across as
Sasha Cohen character.
I was actually going to say he looks like the terrorists in World Police, the puppets from the South Park guys. Yeah, right, doesn't he? It's not even a real person, but I guess it is. All right, moving on.
There might be strings there. People are very mad at him because he married that 6-year-old girl there, and that's their wedding picture.
Oh, that's his wife.
Yes, that's his wife. That is.
Okay, not his daughter. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not great.
To the report, the man who already had 2 wives paid the child's family in exchange for their marriage. The photo of the ceremony went viral, leading to public outcry and prompting Taliban officials to intervene.
See, the Taliban isn't so bad, are they? They're just like, we can't be marrying 6-year-olds in this country. This is outrageous.
Yeah, they went there and they took the girl from him and, gave her back to her family. And they set some very strict rules here. They said, hey, listen, that marriage, binding, but he can't have her till she's 9.
Oh, nine's the right number for this?
According to the Taliban, at 9, she's going to be returned.
Oh, boy. That's not great. Here I was just talking up the Taliban a second ago, and now I look foolish for doing so. That's not a good solution to this.
I mean, here's part of the problem. They're allowed to sell their children.
Yeah.
You're just allowed to sell your kid.
So
the parent, this little girl's dad was like, hey, listen, I feel really bad about it, but I already had to sell my other daughter last winter, and spring came around. I wanted to have a nice summer. I wanted to have a little mad go on vacation.
Yeah, you're not going to sell for more when you're 8, all right? So I got to sell you now when I can get the biggest buck for it.
The case is not isolated. Since the Taliban returned to power in 2021 and banned girls from attending schools, child marriages in Afghanistan have surged by 25%, with a 45% increase in the childbirth rate among underage girls.
Great. They're doing really well over there in Afghanistan. I like the girl solution though. We kind of glossed over that. So the dad, is selling his 6-year-old daughter, and the daughter's like, Dad, why don't you just go to school and become a doctor? She literally says, just get a fucking job. So you don't have to sell me to this creep.
Well, now I know why he sold that one. You're going to tell me how to do things?
Kind of mouthy. Yeah.
Good luck with your new husband there.
And you know what else sucks too about this story?
Deal.
What else? The other thing that sucks about this story, this guy, he's got a new wife here. He's already got 2 wives. Yeah. The rich get richer. It's not fair. This guy's with 0 wives. This guy's getting all the wives.
But he doesn't realize that little one's mouthy.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem.
It's only going to get worse when she's 9.
Maybe.
I mean, once she hits puberty, your daughter wife is going to be a real problem.
Dude, could you imagine? You're just dreading the day you turn 9 years old because then you're going to be handed over to this creep who's going to start essaying you on a regular basis.
I bet she's really going to enjoy her 8th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I think of that scene in Arthur. One day she's going to be explaining this to a psychologist, and the psychologist will be like, well, you had 5 relatively good years. Oh, fucking awful. Karl, I think it's time to do some voicemails. What does that sound to you?
Let's do it. Oh,
they're brought to us by our friends in Syracuse.
The Creep Off voicemail segment is brought to you by the City of Syracuse. Attention residents of Syracuse. I know Alligator Alcatraz is now open, but please stop trying to book it as a resort destination. See you in Syracuse.
Nice.
Labrador Mystic, thanks to the 2X. Keep it interesting with random trips to the ER. I think it was for that earlier.
The bow and arrow guy, yes. And also, Johnny Credits became a YouTube member, I believe, on the other channel. Signed up for both the channels. Thank you very much. Look how fun and easy that is to do for as little as $5 a month. Become a member.
You're gonna get a lot of great bonus content, with either channel. More so with the Creep Off channel, but whatever. Karl, let's talk voicemail, shall we? We had our consequence for the wheel suggested.
Hola, creepolas. I have a suggestion for the Wheel of Consequences. Since it is summertime and both of you like going to Florida, the next loser should have to wear the cow bikini on the beach in Florida. Thank you. Fuck you. Don't call me back.
Vacation canceled.
Didn't we play that one last week?
No.
The cow bikini is gone. The cow bikini is no more. Although I think Danny has a cow bikini, if I'm not mistaken.
She says she does.
I've heard she does.
Our friend Olive Garden waitress checked in.
Hey, OTW here. And Vinnie, please don't play a voicemail of me cussing Karl out after finding out his dad died. Please, I felt so bad. Also, I don't condone cheating. Man's got to stop hitting me up. Don't appreciate it. Go take care of your babies. Seems a lot more important than me. Back at Olive Garden, and I feel like whenever I go there, it's like Fallout because I just accepted a shift for tomorrow, and tonight I had to translate Portuguese for a DUI that I thought was my brother. Anyway, fuck you guys. Bye.
What world does this woman live in?
Who's the guy who's trying to bang her?
Captain Blackbread?
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And he has children he should be
he
tending
had
to.
a pregnant wife. He has a pregnant wife at home.
That's the time to cheat.
Yeah, he left us a voicemail and he was like, hey, Olive Garden waitress, come get this dick. I think is what he said. I think that was a quote from him.
How many love connections have been made from our shows? It's unbelievable.
But then his co-host on whatever bullshit podcast they're on, that's garbage, I'm sure. I don't know that. Calls in and leaves us a voicemail and says, hey, that guy's got a wife and kid at home. Why is he leaving his voicemail for her?
That's right. She'll probably still, does she have that many options? Go for it. Go for it, Olive Garden waitress. Yeah.
I'm happy for you, too. I know we'll go to their wedding before Danny's.
That's
All
true.
right.
Hey, Karl. The podcast prophet here. Holy Spirit is speaking through me. I was just reading an article and I found out that Donald Trump takes medication daily for Hispanic attacks. Anyways, the consequences idea. I think you guys should get a tattoo. I'm thinking forearm. I wouldn't make you do it on your face, but just it says Diddy didn't do it. Given the results of the case and all. Anyways, thank you, fuck you, bye.
Damn it, what didn't Diddy do?
It's a funny tattoo. I'm not against it.
It's
pretty funny.
Very much against it. I'm very much against it. I do not want that tattoo.
You want a tattoo that has a story attached to it. There's a lot of people, you go, oh, why'd you get that tattoo? They're like, I don't know. There'd be a story attached to that tattoo.
How would you phrase it?
Here's what I would say. I'd be like, I'm on this show called The Creep Off, but I'm on a better show called Who Are These Podcasts? And you should check that out. We review other people's podcasts.
That's how he feels about all of you Creep Off.
I'm kidding.
That's why they vote for me, Karl. That's why they vote for me. One pun made a great comment here. Consequence. Next loser has to bunk with Clearwater Chad.
That guy's weird.
You'd have to get a hotel room with double beds and stay at one night with Clearwater Chad.
Could you imagine?
And just be on whatever content he wants to make.
Could you imagine? You know, he does every show. He'll be on MLC while you're there. You can pop in and say hi to Kevin. He's on Chad Zumach's show all the time. I think that Clearwater Chad, I don't know what his appeal is. I don't think anyone does. But he's on everyone's show all the time. His schedule is booked.
I happen to think he's a pretty nice gentleman. I've met him.
Yeah, he's great. He came to your stand-up show and then forgot that it was your stand-up show. But other than that, he's great.
It was forgettable. It's fine. Those are all the voicemails I got, Karl.
All right, you ready for a cop cam?
No, I have to tell you one thing. We have a contest going on, Karl.
Okay.
We have asked folks to submit their new Scum Parade jingles.
That's right.
And we've gotten some that were really, really, really long AI, and we're not going to play those. Then we had one that was like a moderate level AI that I'll let you guys listen to and check out. And then we have one that was submitted by a guy named Malort Savior, and we'll play those two for you today. And don't forget, if you want to submit one, you could send yours to thecreepoffpod@gmail.com. We will play them. We'll check them out if they're not like 6-minute AI nonsense. Let's start off with this one from Fatty Joe, Karl.
The Scum Parade where the rotten thrive, baby throwers, knackers, in the filth they dive, PDF screws and secrets that you can't erase, murderers, junkies all marching in place. Vinnie Pete grinning, Karl's dragging his feet, two scum-drenched kings running the streets. Creepos lurking, eyes black and cold. They're walking through the muck where the stories unfold.
I'm going to cut it there because that's really long.
Yeah, that's not bad, though. I like it.
Yep, I do, too.
It's decent.
It's long. It keeps going. Then this one is one from Malort Savior. Folks, let us know what you think.
It's time for us to listen to the Scum Parade. With thugs and murder, drugs and jaywalking. You'll hear about a guy who fucked his dog. Catch up on the news this week. I want to hear the Scum Parade. Where's the Scum Parade? Where's the Scum Parade?
Wow. That's a winner right there. That guy's got pipes. Sounded great.
Let me tell you what he said of this. Here's your first place winner. Don't bother.
Yes, he called his shot and he's right. That's incredible, actually.
You're in the lead, man. You're in the lead.
Wow.
People are going to send in. So
someone beat that. That's fantastic.
I think we should declare a winner in first show in August. We'll give everybody another couple weeks just to get theirs together and get them in. And that was pretty solid, man. Pretty solid. Good stuff. Now it is time for Karl's Cop Cam, everybody. If you're ready for that, let's hit it, dude.
I can't wait to see Karl's Cop Cam. Fight with the cops for no reason. Will you please show me Karl's Cop Cam? Lose all your rights, ruin your life.
June 14th, 2025 in South Carolina, Vinnie, is where we're going to be. It's 2:30 a.m. It's on a weekend. And so the police are making a routine traffic stop as they see a man who's kind of swerving a little bit on the road. And they decide he's probably had a little bit too much to drink. So they pull him over. He does not want to get out of the car. So they decide that they're going to have to force him out of the car. I mean, my clip number one.
All units, being General 33 for South Island Republic.
It's illegal. You want somebody on the other side?
So they're pulling me out the car. Okay, I'm about to see. Yeah, or whatever. I'm gonna kill y'all motherfuckers. Put me in handcuffs.
All right, so it's the usual, you can't do this, I'm going to sue you, I know my rights, you can't pull me out of my car. They're like, no, actually, we asked you to come out of the car, and you didn't, so now we're making you get out of your car. And so he starts getting real cocky with these cops, my clip number 2.
Take me to
Channel 33. Let's do resume normal traffic. Central clear 229.
No, it doesn't matter. It's no resistance. I didn't resist. You pulled me out my car just now. You just pulled me out my car. You just pulled me out my car.
All right, so
let's just state how people don't understand the chain of events there. You were asked to get out of the car, therefore we pulled you out of the car. You are correct, but you were asked, and people just don't.
It starts as an ask, and then it becomes a command.
Mm-hmm.
And once it's a command, you no longer have a choice in the matter. You're gonna get out of that car one way or the other.
I believe what they call it is a lawful order.
Yes. I think you're right. And I hate taking the cops' side on these things, but it's very annoying. This guy's like, oh, go ahead, take me to jail. I'll be out tomorrow. It's like, well, yeah, that's actually how this works. You will be out tomorrow, but you'll also be in a lot of trouble. And you'll be going back to court of a time or two to get this all settled.
Yeah, you should have just gotten out of the car. But, the thing
Right.
is, I don't know what this guy did yet. I don't know if he's drunk. I don't know anything, but he's hiding something, because people who aren't hiding anything generally, yeah, sure. Get out of the car.
Well, Vinnie, so far you're watching this, you're going, Karl, why'd you even pull this cop cam? We've seen all this before. It's not interesting. Well, clip number 3 is where things take a turn.
What do you want me to do?
You just responded for Cleveland and Farmington.
What do you want me to do?
Yukon should be pulled over at Discovery and Briar Rose.
Yeah, what do you want me to do?
Whoa! God damn!
What the fuck?
Sit down.
Oh my god! Oh!
All right, so we just watched a car coming in the other direction, head-on collision with the police cruiser that they're trying to put this gentleman in. They have him up against it, handcuffing him. And someone just rams right into it at full speed. No brakes were applied, just straight into the cop car.
Let's try to go back and watch this.
Yeah, I'm mad. The guy's putting his gloves on, so his arm's kind of in the way. Yeah, it's like right there.
Okay, so I'm going to go slow here and just kind of scrub this. We see what's happening.
Yep.
There's the car. See the
There's
light.
the car. Yep. Boom.
Boom.
Oh.
Oh my god. Damn. Run. That's when you run, dude.
Yeah, that's when they're distracted. Too many of the cuffs already on, or else he could have probably pulled that off. All right, so
let this guy go, right?
well,
let the asshole go.
Well, they want to find out if this person who just rammed head on into this police cruiser is okay, and the door is locked, and so that brings my favorite part: axe time. Whenever you're ready, take your time.
Huh?
The anticipation here.
I'm sorry, guys, it didn't switch.
Oh my god!
Door's locked.
Copy.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! We got an axe. Let's go. Let's get this person out of the car. Let's make this happen. And then clip number 5.
I believe technically they're going to ask her to get out of the car.
I get it. See what you did. Clip number 5, Vinnie. Get ready for a lot.
Okay, here's what's going on, guys. I have a whole new system because Karl's not in the club and it's not switching.
Oh, weird.
Give me one. I'm fixing it right now. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to fix it.
Hey, watch out. Oh, you got it open? All right.
Yeah, folks, you're gonna need EMS.
She's moving. She's moving.
Oh, that's a bummer. They're able to just open up the car doors. Damn it. Guy got an axe out. Give him a chance. Anyway, so they get her, they open up her side of the car, and let's see if she's in okay shape and she's responding to this.
Is she responding? Yeah. Ma'am.
Ma'am.
143, you got one responding. Calls in at 1050. 995 has
She's not wearing a seatbelt. Help me get her out.
Okay.
Is she? Yes, she is. Can you,
Here, back
got
up,
it?
back up.
All right.
Oh, she got it?
Yep, we got it.
All right. God damn.
All right, come on. Ready?
Hey, on. What's your rush of truck? Show me a block.
Got her? Put her on the side.
Let's get her out of the road.
Here, get on the side. Get on the side.
Let's get her out of the road.
All right, I'm sorry it's so loud. I should have turned these down a little bit. I don't know if you
Claude
can
was trying to get up and get out of the car.
control that on your end.
He's trying to
So,
stand up.
well, so they're pulling this woman who just had this horrific accident out of the car, and now she's down on the ground, and they start asking her questions to see if she's coherent and knows what's going on right now. My next clip.
Or actually, her neck. Leave her on her back so her neck doesn't get hurt.
Just lay down.
Whew. Yeah. Everybody, I think we're all good. I don't know about him.
204. Y'all need these South units down
Just lay still.
Hey, what's your name?
Lauren Skinner.
One more time?
Lauren Skinner
Okay, do you know what year it is?
is
there?
2025.
2025?
All right. It took her a minute, but she got it. She figured out what year it was. That's good.
Those are some boobs.
Yeah, she's got giant breasts. I don't think she needed the airbag. She would have been fine.
That's why she's okay.
That is why she's okay.
God bless him.
God, yes. God had he knew this was going to happen, and he said this woman's going to need some big old titties to save her.
I know the thoughts I have for you, saith the Lord.
Yes. My last clip on here. So we figure out that she is a little bit with it.
So this is your last clip?
Yeah, number 8, right?
You have 9 too.
Oh, well then there's 2 more clips. Let's go.
Yeah, you weirded me out.
Do you know who the president is? Trump? Yeah. Do you know if you're hurting anywhere? You don't feel any pain anywhere? Okay. You know what happened?
Central 14328.
No. You got in a car wreck. Okay.
Yeah, she's not feeling any pain. You notice that? She's actually grinning. She's grinning as she's down there like, I don't know, man. What's
I
going
have
on?
felt pain since I left the bar.
Precisely. So I guess there's one more clip. Go ahead and play that, and I'll let you know what happened.
7 seconds. It's titled Lecture.
Okay.
Don't smile at me, especially whenever you're out here drinking and driving. You about took us out and killed every one of us.
He's not wrong.
The South Carolina Highway Patrol has charged Skinner with transporting alcohol in a motor vehicle with a broken seal. So she had an open,
like in the.
she had an open container she was driving around with. She was driving under suspension, so her driver's license was not valid at this time, and driving under the influence. So she was wasted and just drove right into a police cruiser heading down the street.
You know, that first dude who threatened a lawsuit now legitimately has one.
Maybe, yes, if he's hurt. This was not a great scenario. And a lot of drunk people in South Carolina driving around at nighttime.
Yeah, wild. All right, perfect. Apeshit Media, thanks for the $2. Next loser has to catfish SJ and drag.
That's fun. That would be a fun little experiment. See how that goes.
I don't want to put the glitter in my beard again. Dang Lizard, thanks for the $2. Afghanistan future site of biggest wood chipper.
Yes, throw them all in there. Agreed.
Karl. Labyrinth Mystic, thanks for the $2. I got a Scum Parade brewing, but may AI the voice. If you wrote it and you make it good and you AI the voice, that's cool. But don't just have AI go Scum Parade theme.
Right.
Email to me.
Yeah. You can always pitch correct and stuff like that. That's fine.
Sure. Matthew Raleigh, thanks for the $5. 230 hamburger. I believe you meant tooth hurdy. Am I right? You're welcome, everyone.
That ain't funny.
See, that's not just the funniest people are the ones watching the show, as he just proved. Rocco Orb 2002 with a $2 super sticker. Thank you very much, Rocco Orb 2002. We appreciate your support. I see him on all these shows.
Love
Always hanging out. For sure. You know, the other thing about the Afghanistan story, that article went on and on and on and on about the boy fucking that's going on in Afghanistan. And the Taliban just kind of turns their head and doesn't really pay attention to it. But I've known about this before. This is, obviously something that people know about.
Yeah, you get invited to those parties.
I do. But neither here nor there. It's not the point. What's crazy in that article I was reading, it just says, like, they get these young boys and they make them dance around for them and do all this weird shit. And then they molest them and all that kind of fun stuff. But then as soon as they start growing facial hair, they're done with them. Like, that's when the kid's no longer fuckable. It's like 12, 13 years old, some whiskers start coming out, and they're like, right, you got a younger brother, what are we doing?
Why are we talking about that?
It's because it's the creep off. This is what we talk about in the show. It's horrible.
It is horrible. They prefer hairless boys. That's what they're into. They're into little Twinkie boys in Afghanistan.
They marry 6-year-old girls, and when they're not marrying the girls, they're having sex with the boys.
What a great country.
Oh,
God bless America. God bless America. Karl, what a disjointed, weird-ass show we did today.
I thought it was fantastic.
Well, I didn't say it was bad. I'm not, what am I, Aaron Impulse? I think this was a great show. It was
our best show yet.
Because I've been having tech problems on my end with StreamYard. So hope it went smooth for you guys is what I was getting to. I had fun. We will be back on Friday with a bonus episode. Is that right, Karl? Or do you have something else that you planned?
No, I'll be around on Friday.
Great.
I'll be back in New York.
I want to call my shot on something I want to discuss on the bonus.
Okay.
We just did an episode where we kind of called Catching Up with Christine, where we were following up on what's going on with Christine Chan. Chan, obviously. Chris Chan has a significant other now that he is spending his time with. And her name is Flutter, and she looks like a child.
Yes.
And I said I was going to do a little bit of digging into the background there and find out what's going on. We're going to hit that update. We're going to do some other fun stuff. So hopefully we'll see you on Friday.
Awesome.
Don't forget, we'll be back every Monday, whatever. Karl, end the show, please. I'm fucking freaking out over here.
Poor Vinnie. Vinnie's going through it right now.
My screen is flickering on and off, and I don't know what to do.
So, patreon.com/thecreepoff is where you want to go for all those bonus shows. You'll be able to watch live on Friday or anytime thereafter. You get the whole back catalog of all the shows. And if you're a member for 3 months or more, you get merch sent to you as well. So it's a great Patreon to be a part of if you love hearing stories about the most awful people on the planet.
Yes. And the other thing that I need to be doing, speaking of Patreon, we got to get another Hall of Famer in for July. So, we'll be taking some suggestions and nominations for the Creep Off Hall of Fame. Might I throw a name out there? Suge Knight. It's pretty high on my list.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
He definitely had some fun.
What I like about Suge Knight is that he's continuing to podcast while he's incarcerated. So that's fun.
Yeah, we should cover that too. I think it'd be a good one. It'd be a good show.
Interesting.
So we'll find out. We'll put that up for a vote. Until then, it's nice to be important.
It's more important to be nice.
Good gear.
It's the Creep Off.